Bună ziua! Today we speak about plural. I will explain plural how I usually do. Even you know already this grammar topic, please revise it and look to it from another corner. Okay, as you know, masculine nouns in singular end in consonant, some of them in U, E, and we have exceptions in ye that we have to remember. Câine, munte, dinte, frate, perete, etc. In plural, all of them will have E. Masculine is easy, okay? The words, the nouns will add I or Romanian E at the end, pom, pom, or will change the vowel metru, câine into E, okay? The words that already have E at the end will remain the same. They will not change. Un ochi, doi ochi. We have one word exception, om, like man and human being, and oameni, people. Feminine. The most difficult issue that we have is feminine. So we know that feminine nouns end in e, ye, and a. The problem is that the ending e can change into two vowels, ye and sometimes in e. Most of the nouns will change into ye, mama, mame, eleva, eleve, but some of them unexpectedly will change into e. That means we have to remember them. Well, there are a lot of nouns changing into e, but step by step you have to remember. If you cannot remember them all, no problem, because we natives sometimes also make these mistakes. But we have to do our best to remember as many as possible. So, feminine nouns ending in ye will change into e. Bere, beri, carte, cărți. A will add le. Pijama, pijamale. Okay, okay, we da sarma, sarmale. Those ending in ye, a, in this case, a flies away and remains ye. All of them will end in ele. Da? Cafea, cafele. Canapea, canapele. Stea, stele, etc. There are just a few ones in our languages, but they are nice and they sound like something nice, and it's easy to pronounce them, to remember. Well, we have in feminine some exceptions, like soră, surori, not sore, not sori, okay? Surori. Soră means sister. Noră, nurori, daughter-in-law, okay? Noră, nurori. Mână, one hand, mâini, two hands. Please don't, don't confuse with mâine. Ye at the end. Mâine means tomorrow. Okay? Mâini is plural for mână. Oaie, sheep, o oaie, două oi. Neutral. As we know in singular, they are like masculine, ending in consonant u, and we have two words, nume and prenume, ending in ye, neutral, I mean. In plural, they will transform into feminine, with feminine endings. That means they will have ending ye or ur, not just I. Ur. When you see a word with ur at the end, be sure that's neutral. Okay, long words like autobus will add short ending yeah, okay, because if we use ur, autobuzur, the word will be too long. So we use short ending ye, autobuze. The short words like pigs, pat, okay, having one maximum two syllables, they will have ending ur. Be careful that words having two syllables can have ye or ur, okay? They are tricky. But starting with two and more syllables, they will have for sure ye at the end. Next, teatru. Okay, we have three syllables, so it's okay that we have u changing into ye. Nouns ending in o, tableau, will have ending ri, even they are even though they are long. Why? Because tablouie, tablouie is difficult to pronounce. We have to change the position of the jaw. Okay, it's easier to say tablour, tablour. Okay, exercitium and fotolio, there are, and collegio, there are a few words only ending in eu, neutral, that in plural they will change like masculine, ee, okay? U becomes e, exercitiu, exerciti, but these are like exceptions only, okay? Not so many words, neutral words will have e at the end. They have usually ye or ur. And two words, exceptions, nume and prenume, I would say, they will not change into plural, remain the same. Owe, egg, o, egg, owe, plural, eggs. Okay, now let's have a look closer, like zooming in and see some details about each gender. As we told before, masculine yet adds e at the end. For example, professor, professor, pom, pom, elev, elev. But the problem is that this e can change some consonants. For example, student, but naturally, okay, not just because of, I don't know, I want like this. You see, student, we have to put e at the end. If we pronounce student, student, that t is naturally coming that t. And we write as we hear, we don't invent anything. So it's more like a morphological problem here. And all the times when e comes after t, even in verbs, adjectives, t will change into t. Okay, student, students, barbat, barbats, croat, croat. The same will be with the letter s. Pas, pash becomes like mild, or okay, soft. Pash, urs, ursh, rus, rush. In words where we have both s and t, s will change in this case, okay, not t, because ziari is difficult to pronounce, but ziarisht comes more naturally. Yeah? Ziarisht, dentist, politist, usually these words mean some professions, jurist, jurist, etc. The same thing will be with letter D. Okay, brad, brad, brad. If you pronounce, it's almost Z, brad, D. Okay, sound. That's why the becomes Z. Becomes Z. What I want to say, D will disappear. Okay, braz. D totally disappears. Lord, lords, gid, giz. Okay, to summarize, so letter I will change three letters, T, S, and D. Next, some word, not some, the words, masculine words ending in l, they will lose in plural this letter. Okay, copil, copii, cal, cai. Okay. Next, technician, politician, musician. Okay, here we have I at the end, but one letter in the root of the word will change. Tehnicieni, politicieni, muzicieni. You know, sometimes even natives make this mistake saying technician, politician. I think don't pay so much attention. The same with Austriac, Austrieci, Liliac, Lilieci. Just don't forget to read correctly that ch at the end. That's it with masculine. Feminine, the headache. Feminine, camera. Most of the words will change e into ye. Camera, camere, casă, case, elevă, eleve. But some of them that we have, unfortunately, to remember, mătușe, mătuși, mașină, mașini, ușă, uși. Okay. I advise always my students to dedicate one page for them, and meanwhile you learn, okay, you will gather them into one place. And when you have time, you can read them loud, and some of them you will remember naturally. Bine, bere, feminine ending ye, of course, will change into e. Da? Bere, bere, vedere, vederi, sosire, sosiri. Bere is beer, vedere, view, or view, or panoramic view. Sosiri, sosire is arrival. Well, cheia. We have feminine nouns having many vowels at the end. Okay, it's supposed that we have to add something, ye or e, but it will be a mess. Ke, ye. That's why it's decided to drop, to lose that last ye. Chei, femeie, femei, statuie, statui. Okay. Familie, informație, opinie, okay, they also have ye at the end, but they have a consonant before this ending. That's why they will change exactly like bere, vedere, just because they have ye at the end, and ye becomes e. Familii, informații, opinii. Next, cafea. So, words ending in ye-a, they lose a. Instead of a, we put le. Cafele, stea, stele. Don't pay attention to this. I think it's confusing explanation. Those having only a, if we drop a, so like we have to say pijamle, we don't like ml, we don't like two consonants coming together. That's why a remains as a linking vowel between ml. Okay, pijamale, sarma, sarmale. That's it with feminine. Neutral. Neutral. Okay, short words will add ur, tren, trenuri, loc, locuri, ceas, 2 syllables, okay. Warning, ceasuri. But tramvai, it's a long word. It will add ye at the end, tramvaie. Pahar has 2 syllables, but will have ye at the end. Pahare. Caiet, 3 vowels, will come with ye. Caiete. Nume, prenume, don't change at all in plural. Fotolio, those having eu at the end become ye. Okay, it's about neutral. It's about neutral. Next, atenție. We have a phenomena in our language, especially in feminine gender, the letter a. Okay, flying in and out of the words. For example, geantă. By the way, it's predictable because this letter lacks a lot ye and o. That we like a lot this combination ya and wa. Okay, it doesn't come to any vowel, only to these 2 vowels ye and o. Geantă, a flies away. Gens. The last e becomes e. That's why t plus I equal to ts. Da? Fereastră, ferestre, da? And have a look to poartă. You see wa, da? Poartă, a will disappear. Ports. Roată, roți. Sometimes in some words, a becomes ye, okay? Or sometimes can be like with a hat, okay? No way we have to remember them. Of course, there are just a few ones. It's not a rule, okay? There are exceptions. It's impossible to learn all of them or to predict somehow. We have to, step by step, the most common words to remember. That's it. Bine. This is about plural. Now, I have a very good exercise. It's a drilling exercise where you have to practice the definite article, okay, and the plural. Why? Both together, coming together, because the students confuse them the most time of them. Yeah? That's why. You can pause this video, okay, and after you can do it, and after you will check. Now I will start doing it, okay? Sometimes explaining why. Bine. So, see you later. Pause the video. Ciao, ciao. Okay. Masculine. Normal. Totally normal masculine nouns. Student. Studentul. Studenți. Okay? Băiat. Băiatul, băieți. Bărbat. Bărbatul, bărbați. Profesor. Profesorul, profesori. Inginer. Inginerul, ingineri. Muncitor. Muncitorul, muncitori. Next, ending in "i", da? We told that in plural they don't change, but we have to add a definite article. Unchiul, iu becomes you. Unchiul, unchi. Ochi, ochiul, ochi. I will come here because I didn't have enough space to put below. Pui, puiul, pui. Next, the exceptions, yeah, ending in "ye". Frate, munte, dinte, castravete, cucumber. Frate, fratele, but in plural they are not exceptions anymore. They will change as they must do. Ye into e, t plus y, I equal to t. Frați, munte, muntele, munți, dinte, dintele, dinți, castravete, castravetele, castraveți. Well, feminine. Normal feminine nouns. Studentă, studenta, studente. Now you see the difference between these vowels at the end? We are very sensitive to them. Studente is just the word in the dictionary. Studenta, the student. Studente, students, female students. Okay, plural. Profesoară, profesoara, profesoare. Inginieră, inginiera, inginiere. Casă, casa, case. Masă, masa, and here, oops, mese. Yes. As I told you before, I can change into ye. And that only. In some words, we remember mese, tables. Muncitoare, muncitoarea, da? Those ending in "ye", like carte, muncitoare, definite article "a", we add. We don't substitute "ye" with "a". Muncitoarea, and in plural, the suffix toare in plural doesn't change, okay? Doesn't change because if we change, we have to drop "a", and we have to drop to change "ye" into "e", and we have muncitor. It's a coincidence with masculine muncitor, so we cannot do that. The same, for example, vânzătoare, vânzătoarea, vânzătoare. Toare in plural remains the same. Ok. Bine, 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 bine. Next, E becoming E. Băutură, băutura, băuturi. Okay, we here have ur, but this is not that ur from neutral. Okay, it's just a coincidence that the root of the noun ends in ur, and we have to add e. Okay, doesn't have any in common. This is not an ending; it's a root ur, and the ending is ri. Okay, friptură, friptura, fripturi. Stradă, strada, străzi. One more phenomena. Letter A in plural, feminine, many times, especially if you have two A, letters A, like facultate, the last one coming closer to the ending will change into E. Okay? Strade, străzi, strade, străzi. Sală, sala, săli. E. Okay? Just A gets ahead. This is the logic, and you will see later in many words, and sometimes even in adjectives, adverbs, we have these changes. Bere, e becoming e. Bere, berea, we add a, beri. Carte, cartea, cărți. You see, again, here a becomes a. Parte, partea, părți. Again, a becomes a. So we will come here. Mâncare, mâncarea, mâncăruri. Here, ur is ending, feminine ending. But we have very few words, feminine words with ur at the end. Most of the time, ur will be just neutral ending. Sare, sarea, săruri. Brânză, brânza, brânzeturi. Pânză, pânza, pânzeturi. Well, actually, we don't use so much these words in plural, okay? It's weird, but they exist. Farfurie, da. Those ending in ie, but they have consonant before ie. So ie will become e, that's all. Farfurie, farfuria. Here ie will drop because for us, if you remember, ea and yea, they are the same sound, ya. And for us, it's stupid to write both e and ye before r. And so as we read from the left to the right, the first letter is e. Yeah, e. That's why ye will drop and we write a. Bine. So, farfuria, farfurii. Librărie, librăria, librării. Florărie, florăria, florării. Well, next come those with ie, but they have many vowels here. Femeie, da? Femeia, and in plural, ie will also drop, will disappear. Femei. Okay, femei. Next. Oops. Cheie, cheia, chei. Baie, baia, băi. Oh, băi. A gets ahead, will become a băi. Okay? Don't forget about these phenomena, special changes. Ploaie, you see, 4 vowels at the end. Ploaie. So the last ye will fly away. Also, a will fly away in plural. Okay, ploaia, ploaia will be definite article with definite article, and ploi will be in plural. The rains. Okay, those ending in ya. Cafea, cafeaua, definite article, cafele. Măsea, măseaua, masele. Masele, these two, okay? Double ones that come here. Perdea, perdeaua, perdele. Stea, steaua, stele. Pijama, pijamaua, pijamale. Sarma, sarmaua, sarmale. Zi, ziua, zile. Neutral, neutru, in singular like feminine, masculine, sorry, and plural like feminine. Vin, vinul, vinuri. Pix, pixul, pixuri. Radio, radioul, radiouri. Okay. Oops. Ghișeu is a counter where we pay, we buy tickets usually. Ghișeul, ghișeie. Okay, in plural U becomes ye. Okay, no problem. Muzeu, muzeul, muzeie. Nume, ending in ye, like masculine, yeah, and singular they are like masculine. Numele, and in plural doesn't change. Nume. Fruct, fructul, fructe. Pașaport, pașaportul, pașapoarte. One more thing to explain here. Some words coming from other languages, having at the end or on, they will add a beside o. I told you we like this combination wa. Okay, all of them will be long. That's why they will have ye, oare, oane. For example, creion, okay, creioane, telephone, telefoane, etc. Then calculator, we have many words ending in or, da? And they will become oare, calculatoare, pașaport, or you have that or pașapoarte, okay? What else? Calculator. There are many words like this, but usually they come from other languages and they are very rough, tough for our feminine. That's why adding these vowels will make them softer, okay? Calculatoare to become more melodic, feminine. That's why, okay? So, oops, 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 oops. What we have? What we have here? You can do this exercise by yourself and check with this video, but your homework will be to read this text. It's an example for you how to write your first composition about your city. Yeah, you can use ChatGPT, you can use Google Translator, okay, Google, but don't write it. Don't make it too long, okay? 5, 6, 7 maximum sentences, just to mention the most important things in your city. Okay, that will be your first composition. Usually I propose to make video because I put on Instagram, but if you don't like, that's totally acceptable. I don't say anything. If you don't like a video, if you don't like to appear on internet, not a problem. Well, wish you the rest we will do later in another lesson, because by the way, the beginning also we have to practice in the class, because here is more about explaining and making sentences, describing a picture. Okay, this is important to be able to express yourself when you see something. Bine? So, wish you success, oops, in learning, and see you in the class. Ciao, ciao, la revedere!